Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 671. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book but you need some help getting it done, or perhaps you're at the stage where you need help reaching more readers to let them know about your book, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. And once again, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. As we do every Sunday here on the show, it is Sunday Story Time, where I grab a book off my bookshelf, whether it's one of my own or a client book, or a book that's impacted me in some way, or a book that I'm currently reading, or sometimes a combination of a few of those things. So this week, I just started reading this book, really fantastic book called Stories That Stick: How Storytelling Can Captivate Customers, Influence Audiences, and Transform Your Business. So really great storytelling strategies in here, whether you have a business or otherwise. And the author's name is Kindra Hall. And here is the excerpt. And this particular section is called Storytelling and Attention. I recently enjoyed a lunch with marketing executives in higher education. They were lamenting the abysmal attention span of their customers, namely 17-year-olds, and it appeared as though my suggestion to tell better stories, instead of focusing on using the fewest words possible, was causing some internal chaos. One gentleman, tempering his frustration, asked, "So how do you suggest we incorporate a long-form story when our audience has an attention span shorter than a goldfish?" The question was a good one, but flawed. First, the whole goldfish thing, if you've heard it before, is a myth. Second, it implied the message recipient was at fault, conveniently shifting the blame away from the message creator. Maybe people don't pay attention because your hashtags don't matter IRL, in real life. Finally, and most importantly, the question revealed the subtle belief that the marketer's relationship with an audience's attention has to be a challenged one. But in fact, when done correctly, attention doesn't have to be stolen or wrestled away. It is given, freely, willingly, and in many cases without the audience realizing it's happening. This ease of attention is one of the greatest strengths of storytelling and is the result of a unique leverage point no other form of information exchange has. The storytelling process is a co-creative one. As the teller tells the story, the listener is taking the words and adding their own images and emotions to them. Yes, the story is about certain characters in a certain setting, but listeners will fill in the narrative with their own experiences until the lines between the message and the recipients are blurred. Researchers have explored this aspect of storytelling, calling the experience of losing oneself in a story narrative transportation, and even claiming one of the negative aspects of storytelling is when we are truly transported into a story, we lose awareness of our immediate surroundings. If you've ever missed your exit while listening to a story-driven podcast or audiobook, you understand these effects all too well. And think about it. In that moment, did you feel coerced into surrendering your attention? No, you traveled willingly into the world of the story. And it is at this point that attention metamorphosizes into something much more valuable: captivation. Captivate your audience with a story, and much like I found in the Slovenian boutique, you will have access to all the attention you could ever need. And that, once again, is an excerpt from a fantastic book I'm reading called Stories That Stick by Kindra Hall. Obviously, lessons in there for businesses, but I don't know if you heard a lot of lessons in there for us as authors as well. So my action question for you today is, how and when do stories capture your attention and persuade you and influence you? So that's right. The exercise for today's Sunday Story Time is very introspective. It's for you to turn on that author radar, the author observer character that we talk about, observing ourselves and our processes as authors, And really notice the impact that storytelling has on you, whether on a TV commercial or something you see on social media or otherwise. Notice the effect that stories have on you. Pay close attention to it. Document it in your journal. If they persuade you, if they influence you positively, negatively, if they get your attention, how long they hold your attention, all the feelings and thoughts you have. Because if you can learn how stories impact you, you can learn how to better impact others with your stories. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And please drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook. I'll drop the link in the show notes as always for motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and more. Until tomorrow, happy writing.